After a couple of much-needed days off, it's back to the diamond for the Yakima Valley Pippins as they open up a little two-game mini-home series against their North Division foes, the Victoria HarbourCats. Hi, everybody, and welcome in to Yakima Valley Pippins Baseball, here streaming live across the web at pippinsbaseball.com/live. Both our audio and video streams live tonight on pippinsbaseball.com/live. Glad everybody could be able to join us for the start of this two-game set against the Victoria HarbourCats as the Pippins go for their fourth consecutive win after getting a couple of days off. Some quirky scheduling will bring Victoria here today and tomorrow for a two-game series, and then back in town next Thursday to wrap up the home schedule against the HarbourCats in 2019 instead of playing a series Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So the HarbourCats will be in town, then they'll head out, and then they'll be back in town next week, the only team in the West Coast League in the regular season that will come here on two separate trips. And so the Pippins will get a nice good look at them, and they'll be looking for their fourth consecutive win after taking all three from Wenatchee over the weekend, and really every game was just dominating. The Pippins pitching has been absolutely fantastic this year. The most runs that Pippins pitching has given up in a game this season is 3. That's right, 6 games. They have a team ERA of 1.87. And obviously it's early. In talking with pitching coach Rob Hippie today, he said it's not going to stay there. But the pitching right now has been phenomenal, and it's led the Pippins off to a really, really good start to the year, and they have to feel good about the way things are going, and they particularly have to feel good about the man they've got on the mound today, the reigning West Coast League Pitcher of the Week, right-hander Joe McGreasy, making his second start, third appearance of the summer after he pitched on Friday. So with those 2 off days, it's a full 4 days rest for the right-hander out of San Diego, and he was fantastic in that last start. Nothing more you can say. There's a reason he was the West Coast League's first pitcher of the week in 2019. 5 innings, he faced 2 over the minimum. It was a hit by pitch and a soft single. He struck out 7, didn't walk anybody, earned the win in the Pippins' victory on Friday in the home opener. And he's back at it tonight for the second start of the season against his second start of the season here against Victoria. Third appearance after pitching in relief on opening day in Ridgefield, and he'll be opposed by a right-hander for the Victoria HarbourCats, Aaron Celestino, also making his second start of the season, a guy who also pitched against Wenatchee in his first outing, going 6 innings, allowing 1 earned run, didn't walk a batter, allowed 4 hits, and struck out 5, so he's a good right-hander, 6 feet tall from Houston, Texas, coming from the south to the northwest. As for Joe McGreasy, it's from the southwest to the northwest out of San Diego. So 2 Southerners up in the northwest to square off as the Pippins look for their 6th win of the season. They're all alone atop the North Division at 5-1. That's a look at our pitching matchup as the 2 head coaches, Todd Haney, a former major leaguer, meets with Marcus McKimmey, manager for the Yakima Valley Pippins at home plate. With our 2-man umpiring crew today, it's Bernard Sherman on the bases and Mike Potato calling balls and strikes. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll take a look at our starting lineups here on the Pippins pregame show presented by Yakima Craft Brewing Company.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
back here at County Stadium in Yakima. I'm Miles Klotz. We've got Zach and Austin on the controls of our video broadcast today. Here is the Pippins at 5-1 this season take on the Victoria HarbourCats. And again, a reminder that the Pippins pregame show presented by Yakima Craft Brewing Company. Founded in 2007, Yakima Craft produces high-quality ales and lagers with an emphasis on full-bodied taste and a unique character that pairs great with Pippins baseball. Enjoy Yakima Craft at the Orchard all summer long. Let's take a look at our starting lineups tonight. First, we'll start with the Victoria HarbourCats. 3-3 on the season. They are in 4th place in the West Coast League North Division, 2 games back of the division-leading Yakima Valley Pippins. 3-3 on the season, 2-1 away from Royal Athletic Park. And they lead it off with the left fielder, Nate Pacoda. Batting second, the third baseman, Joe Butler, making his season debut for the HarbourCats. Griffin Paxton is the designated hitter. He bats out of the 3 spot. Frankie Neiman, the cleanup hitter, is the catcher. Emilio Nogales hitting 5th, playing first base. Nick Adams is the right fielder, bats out of the 6th spot. Nick Playa, a former Pippin, playing center field, batting 7th. Harrison Spawn, the shortstop, batting 8th. And batting 9th, the second baseman, the coach's son, Tanner Haney. Again, that's Pacoda, Butler, and Paxton. Neiman, Nogales, and Adams. Playa, Spawn, and Haney for Victoria, with the right-hand pitcher Aaron Celestino on the mound, making his second start of the year, 1-0 with a 1.5 earned run average. As for the Yakima Valley Pippins, coming in today at 5-1, the second-best record in the West Coast League, all alone atop the WCL North Division, a half game ahead of 5-2 Port Angeles, 3-0, a perfect record here at the Orchard in 2019. And they are leading off Tyler Pittman, the center fielder. Batting second, Zach Liu, the third baseman. Daniel Cipriano hits out of the 3 spot and plays first base. Henry Gargas is the DH, cleaning up. Owen Cobb, the shortstop, bats out of the 5 hole. Tanner Parker is the second baseman, bats 6th. Riley Gill, the left fielder, batting 7th. Corey Siracusa is the catcher, batting out of the 8 spot. And Luke Schwartz in right field, batting 9th. Again, for the Pippins, that's Pittman, Liu, and Cipriano. Gargas, Cobb, and Parker. Gill, Siracusa, and Schwartz. With the right-hander Joe Magrisi on the mound for his second start of the summer. He has a record of 1-0 and an ERA of 0.00. 10 strikeouts in 6 scoreless innings this year for Magrisi. He has not walked a batter. He has allowed just 1 hit, and he has struck out 6, and he has earned a save. We take a look at the rest of the scores going on today around the West Coast League. We've got 8 of the 12 teams in West Coast League action, 2 teams in non-league action, and 2 teams with the day off. Port Angeles resumes their series with Wenatchee after the lefties, who have shown the league's best offense in the first week plus, picked up a win in the first game of yesterday's series, 11-5. Cowlitz and Bellingham resume their series. Bellingham Bells, the Pippins' opponent this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, up north in Bellingham. Won the first game of that series last night. And Ridgefield and Portland continue their series after the Ridgefield Raptors, who have not lost since the Pippins took the first 2 games of the season from them, continue their series down in at Walker Stadium in Portland. As for the 2 non-league games going on, the Bend Elks battle the Hayesville Hammers in a non-league contest, and Walla Walla, now 7-0 on the season, continue their non-league series with the Highline Bears. And the 2 teams off today in the West Coast League, Kelowna and Corvallis, both of whom will not be back in action until Friday, so long weeks off for both the Falcons and the Corvallis Knights. As now we take a look at the standings in the West Coast League in the North Division, an intra-division matchup today for the Pippins. At 5-1, they are all atop the North Division, although with a loss and a Port Angeles win, they would fall behind into second in the division. Port Angeles at 5-2, a half game back. Bellingham, a game and a half back at 4-3. Victoria's 2 games back at 3-3. Kelowna 1-5 on the season, they're 4 games back. And Wenatchee standing at 1-6. They are 4.5 games back of the Pippins. In the South Division, Walla Walla all atop with a perfect 6-0 record. They're a game and a half ahead of 5-2 Ridgefield. Portland is 3-4, 3.5 games back. Bend, 2-4. Corvallis, also 2-4. Both of those teams 4 games back of the Sweets. And Cowlitz at 2-5, 4.5 games back, holding up the rear in the South Division. So both sides of Pacific Baseball Ventures, the Walla Walla Sweets and the Yakima Valley Pippins, with a combined West Coast League record of 11-1 through their first 12 games, both sitting across atop their respective West Coast League divisions. And when we talked to President and COO Zachary Frazier on Friday on the broadcast, he joked, he said, I'm giving both general managers a raise if they go ahead and clinch the divisions in the first half. And obviously we're a long way away from that. If you think back to the 2015 season, the Pippins started off 5-0 and didn't make the playoffs that year. But there's reason for optimism. This is a team that's got a lot of good things going for them. The pitching has been the best in the league, no doubt about it. Again, an earned run average of 1.87 through their first 6 games of the season. Opponents hitting just 195 off of the Pippins pitching. And they're still waiting on some of their more revered arms to come in, such as left-hander Darius Garcia out of UC Irvine, who will get the start for the Pippins on Saturday in Bellingham to make his Pippins debut. The Pippins also waiting on a couple of other arms, including Tyler Frazier from Oregon and Jared Butler from Colorado Mesa. And now they're going to introduce the starting lineups here at County Stadium as the Pippins and the HarbourCats get set for a 2-game series. We'll take a quick break here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network and be back after this.
Our staff.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
Yours.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Back here at the Orchard, Pippins and the Victoria HarbourCats getting set for the first game of a 2-game series here at Yakima County Stadium, with the Pippins and the HarbourCats playing the first of 6 meetings this season. One will take place next Thursday to wrap up this 3-game home series, and then the return series in Victoria will take place on July 19th through the 21st at Royal Athletic Park in Victoria, as the Pippins trying to improve off of a season ago where they went 2-4 against the HarbourCats, losing both the home series and the road series, which happened quite early in the season. So the Pippins will be looking to improve on that this season as they look to take the series opener with the right-hander Joe McGreasy on the mound. And why not? He has been the best arm probably in the West Coast League this season, has been absolutely dominant, and the Pippins will be turning to the right-hander to see if he can do it again after 5 shutout innings in his first game of the season against the Wenatchee Apple Sox. And the Pippins, just 2 more games on this homestand. Hopefully you can come out and join us tomorrow if you weren't able to make it tonight. And then it's off on the road for 3 games before returning home for a 7-game homestand. We're about to have the national anthem here at County Stadium, so let's listen in. A double dose of national anthems here today at the Orchard with O Canada and our Star-Spangled Banner. And a Canadian flag has popped up out beyond the right center field fence here at County Stadium as the Pippins engage in an international matchup tonight with the Victoria HarbourCats. Let's take a look at the field dimensions here at County Stadium. 293 down the left field line and down the right field line, but it juts out quickly to 330 with the 20-foot high fence as well also being a barrier. It's 406 feet to dead center, 365 feet to left center field, and 375 feet to right center field. And the Pippins right-hander Joey McGreasy getting his warm-up tosses in. A 6'2", 210-pound righty out of Cal State Fullerton, making his third appearance of the season. Second start. He is 1-0 with a 0.00 ERA, 10 strikeouts, no walks. Opponents hitting less than 100 off of the right-hander, who has allowed just one hit on the season. In fact, the exact number, the Pippin opponents are hitting .56 off of McGreasy. That is second lowest in the West Coast League amongst qualified pitchers, and he's also 8th in the league in strikeouts, although he has fewer innings than all the others in the top 8 in the strikeout category. Won his last start on Friday against Wenatchee, 5 innings, 1 hit, no earned, no walks, 7 strikeouts, and won the league's Pitcher of the Week award for his performance in that outing. And he will face the Victoria order that we give it to you one more time. Nate Pacoda, then Joe Butler and Griffin Paxton here in this first, followed by Frankie Neiman, Emilio Nogales, Nick Adams, Nick Playa, Harrison Spahn, and Tanner Haney for Victoria. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm Miles Klatz with Zach and Austin running the controls on the video side. Glad you could be with us for the first of 2 today, or this week, the first of 6 this season between the HarbourCats and the Yakima Valley Pippins, 2 teams that have met on and off since the Pippins joined the league in 2014. The team to join the league before that, it was the HarbourCats in 2013. So both teams still in their nascent stages of West Coast League play, and both teams looking to get back to the playoffs for the first time since 2017 after both missing the playoffs in 2018. The Pippins and the HarbourCats were about on the same level last year, although the HarbourCats took the head-to-head series last year 4-2. Joe McGreasy ready, and the right-hand batting Nate Pacoda is ready as well. And the first pitch on the way from the right-hander. He turns loose and hits the outside corner with a strike, and away we go at 6:40 p.m. here in Yakima. 91 degrees, sunny skies. It is a scorcher here in the valley. The 0-1 pitch, flied to right. Schwartz ambles over to his left, steps back, reaches out and makes the shoulder-high grab for the first out. And that's one quick, easy out for Joey McGreasy to start the top of the first. As we take a look at the defense behind him, it's Luke Schwartz who just made that play in right field. Tyler Pittman is back in center field. Riley Gill, the left fielder. Zach Liu had the day off on Sunday. He's back in there at third base. Owen Cobb, the shortstop. Tanner Parker over at second base. Daniel Cipriano at first. And Joe's college teammate, Corey Siracusa, behind the plate. Here's the pitch to Joe Butler. Fastball strike on the upper outside corner to the right-hand batter, making his HarbourCats debut. The right-handed hitter out of Illinois State. Nobody on, 1 out. No score, just started here in the top of the first as Butler takes a change-up in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's a fastball, curveball, change-up combination. 3-pitch mix for McGreasy, and all are really good pitches. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on a high fastball, 1-2. And he throws all 3 of them for strikes. This is the guy who has the makings of a future starter for the Titans of Cal State Fullerton. Infield's deep. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball towards shortstop. Cobb shakes over to his left, picks it up, and throws on to first, and throws out Butler for the second out. And that'll bring up Griffin Paxton with 2 down. Paxton, the first lefty in the lineup for Victoria, one of 2 left-handed batters in head coach Todd Haney's lineup. In his first year as the manager with the HarbourCats, Troy Birtwhistle is the first base coach, and Jason Leone is the third base coach. Pitch from McGreasy, foul tip back into the glove on a fastball, and the count's 0-1. Nobody on, 2 away. We are scoreless here in the top of the first inning from County Stadium. McGreasy works quickly. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Change up for a strike at the knees, 0-2. 2-man umpiring crew today. Mike Botetto behind the plate, calling balls and strikes. Bernard Sherman is the field umpire, currently stationed over at first. McGreasy looking for his first strikeout, the 0-2. Lifted softly into left field. Gill charges on, but it drops in front of him for a 2-out single. And Griffin Paxton goes the opposite way and is Victoria's first base runner here with 2 away. Two outs and a man on first, no score, and it brings up the most feared hitter so far in the Victoria lineup, the catcher Frankie Neiman, batting .480 on the season, no homers and 4 RBIs. 4th in the West Coast League in batting average with that .480 mark. And OPS north of 1 on the season so far. Cipriano holds the runner at first, Griffin Paxton. And we wait on a moment here as Neiman gets himself comfortable into the back of the right-hand batter's box, kicking up a lot of dirt with his back foot. Right-on-right matchup. 2 outs, man on first, no score. Here's the pitch from McGreasy. That one's fouled off to the right, 0-1. Small crowd here at County Stadium today, although many folks still filing in. And one of the last graduations of graduation season for Wapato High School happening behind us at the Sundome. 0-1 pitch, way behind that fastball, and the count's 0-2. We don't have a working radar gun here in Yakima, but McGreasy's anywhere from 89 to one time 94 in Ridgefield with a fastball. To go with a good curve and the changeup. Paxton with a slight lead off first, 2 away. Here's the 0-2. Neiman fouls this high and deep out of play off to the right side. Stays no balls, 2 strikes on the Sanford, Florida native. The outfield's playing him deep, and center fielder Pittman is a few steps over to his left, so a pretty big hole in left center field for the right-hand batter. McGreasy out of the stretch, another 0-2. That's a breaking ball, chopped foul into the Pippins dugout on the first base side. HarbourCats on the third base side. Pippins in their home white uniforms. Green Pippins across the chest, green numbers with a black trim and the white pants. HarbourCats in their red uniforms, white cats across the chest, white numbers with a dark blue trim and the traveling gray pants. Fastball taken outside, ball 1, the count 1-2 to Frankie Neiman. 2 outs, man on first, no score. We're in the top of the first from County Stadium in Yakima. McGreasy shakes off the first sign from Siracusa. Now with a shoulder high set. Off the first base sound of the rubber, delivers another 2-strike pitch and misses in the dirt with a changeup. Nice stop by Corey. And the count pushes even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Emilio Nogales, a left-handed batter, will follow if this inning continues. For Aaron Celestino, a right-hander out of the University of Incarnate Word in Texas. Takes over on the mound for the HarbourCats. 2-2 pitch. Fastball up high, and the count is full. McGreasy did not walk a batter in that game against the Apple Sox on Friday. Not only that, only twice in 5 innings did he go to a 3-ball count. And only once a full count. Runner will take off with 2 outs. Griffin Paxton. Here's the 3-2. Fastball up high, ball 4, and the first walk issued this season by Joe McGreasy. And the HarbourCats have a chance to push something on, get something going here with 2 runners on, 2 out, and Emilio Nogales coming to the plate. The second left-handed hitter in Todd Haney's lineup. Making just his second appearance of the season. After debuting on Sunday against Victoria, the HarbourCats also had Monday and Tuesday off. Fastball on the inside corner for a strike, and the count 0-1. HarbourCats put a couple on here with 2 down, no score in the top of the first. And McGreasy working through his most troublesome inning of the season so far. Paxton dances off the bag at second. McGreasy looks, then fires, and gets a swing and a miss at a curveball in the dirt. That was one of the best breakers he's thrown tonight, and Nogales behind in the count 0-2. Second straight batter that's gone down 0-2. McGreasy ended up walking Neiman at first. Neither runner being held. The infield playing normal depth. Outfield straight away. Here's the 0-2. Line drive, over Lou's head, and a fair ball down the left field line. Rolls into foul territory. Paxton in from third. The third base coach, Jason Leone, holds the runner Neiman at third. It's an RBI double for Emilio Nogales, and the HarbourCats are on the board early, 1-0 their lead. Softly hit, but it managed to get the job done. A double down the line, and the first earned run surrendered by Joe Magrice in the 2019 campaign. And again, the Pippins find themselves behind early so far in this season. However, that has not been a detriment to their ability to win games so far. Right-handed batting Nick Adams steps in, the right fielder for the HarbourCats. 2 in scoring position, 2 outs, and there's a swing and a foul tip back into the glove on a hard fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. This year, the Pippins are 4-0 when their opponent takes the early lead. There's a fastball just outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on second and third after the RBI single from Emilio Nogales. It's a 1-0 Victoria lead here in the visitors' half of the first inning. Out of the stretch, righty versus righty. The pitch from Magrice, a fastball too high, 2-1. And this is not the same sharp Joe Magrice we saw on Friday, missing up quite a bit with the fastball, although both breaking balls have been quite sharp. Turns and looks to second, 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a high fastball on the outside corner, 2-2. Pippins will need to answer in the bottom of the first inning, which has not been a problem this year, although they rarely answer in the first. Neiman off third, Nogales off second. Another 2-strike count pitch. Swing and a miss on a curveball in the dirt. He got him. This is a strikeout, ends the inning. But the HarbourCats get 1 on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave a couple. And at the end of a half inning, Pippins coming to bat, trailing 1-0 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong. Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever, or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Nothing is sweeter for the warm summer months than a great scoop of Baskin-Robbins ice cream. Your Baskin-Robbins store right here in Yakima on South 1st Street proudly supports Yakima Valley Pippins baseball. Make sure you stop by and grab a cup or cone of your favorite Baskin-Robbins flavor at the South 1st location. And then, next time you're at Yakima County Stadium, try out their awesome baseball medley. Baskin-Robbins ice cream and Pippins baseball will make your summer memorable.
Back here at County Stadium in Yakima, the Pippins already trailing early to the Victoria HarbourCats by a score of 1-0 after an RBI double from Emilio Nogales in the top of the first. And it'll be up to Tyler Pittman, Zach Liu, and Daniel Cipriano, all set to bat here in the bottom of the first. And we'll have to try and fight from behind as the Pippins will look to claw back, which they've already done 4 times this year. Gone behind early and came back to win. Tyler Pittman will be the first to face right-hander Aaron Celestino. Second start of the season for the junior out of the University of the Incarnate Word. He delivers and misses down and away with a slider. 1 ball, no strikes to Pittman, off to a 6-for-20 start to the season. No homers and 3 runs batted in. Celestino off the first base side of the rubber. Righty delivers. Fastball at the letters for a strike, 1-1. 1-0 Victoria, bottom of the first. Pittman, Lou, Cipriano here in this first inning. And the 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball, left side, picked up by the third baseman Butler. Shades over to his left and throws on to first. And throws out Pittman for the first out, one away, and it'll bring up Zach Lou. Lou bats with the bases empty, one away. Pippins down a run here in the bottom of the first. Celestino, the right-hand pitcher, sets and throws and drills Lou in the back with a curveball. And the first base runner for the Pippins, the tying run on after a hit-by pitch, and it'll bring up Daniel Cipriano. Defense behind Celestino for the HarbourCats, left to right in the outfield. It's Nate Pacoda, Nick Playa, and Nick Adams. Joe Butler is the third baseman. Harrison Spawn, the shortstop. Second baseman is Tanner Haney, and Emilio Nogales, the first baseman, with Frankie Neiman doing the catching. Lou off first, one away, 1-0 Victoria. Right-hand batting Daniel Cipriano digs in and takes a slider that gets past the catcher Neiman. Lou, easy choice to jog up to second, and he thought about third with how lackadaisical Neiman was to getting to that ball all the way to the backstop. And so now the Pippins have the tying run in scoring position with just one out. And extra base machine Daniel Cipriano at the plate, off to a .400 start for the season at the plate, a homer and 4 RBIs. Has reached base safely in all 6 of the Pippins games, although his 5-game hit streak did come to a close on Sunday. Delivery from Celestino, taken on the outside corner for strike one with a fastball, 1-1. Low 3/4 arm slot for the right-hander out of Houston. Gets full extension. Lou off of second with the second baseman Haney a few steps off the bag, keeping him in tight. Righty delivers, and a fastball taken below the knees for ball 2. Cipriano ahead in the count, 2-1. 1-0 Victoria, bottom first. Emilio Nogales with an RBI double in the top half of the inning. Softly down the left field line that gave Victoria the early lead. And the Pippins, as they did on Sunday, will have to play from behind. Turning a look to second, Celestino fires and comes too far inside with a curveball. Nearly hit Cipriano. And it'll now be time for a mound visit from Frankie Neiman, the catcher for Victoria. The count goes to 3-1 as the right-hander has had issues throwing strikes with that curveball. Has hit a batter and now missed with 3 straight off-speed pitches. To Daniel Cipriano, who's driven in 4 runs this year. Only Lou, who's at second, and Owen Cobb, who's in the hole right now, have driven in more. Right-on-right matchup. No shift here against Cipriano like we saw Wenatchee do over the weekend. Celestino didn't walk a batter in his first start. 3-1. Fastball at the knees for strike 2. Cipriano was jogging down at first. He thought it was ball 4. And he shoots back a word to home plate umpire Mike Botetto. 1-0 Victoria, bottom of the first inning. Tying run for the Pippins at second with 1 out, a full count on Daniel Cipriano. Big right-handed batter, long white undershirt, peeking out of the white uniforms for the Pippins today. And the 3-2 hit the opposite way into right field, a base hit. Marcus McKimmey waves Zach Lou around third, then decides to hold him up as the throw comes in from right field, skips off of Neiman's chest protector, but doesn't get too far away. It's a single for Daniel Cipriano. And the Pippins have runners on the corners, 1 out for Henry Gargas. Gargas, the left-handed hitting DH, who is 1 for 11 on the season. Yakima native. Now graduated from high school. Frankie Neiman, the catcher, out of the crouch to give the signs. 1-0 Victoria leading in the bottom of the first, but the Pippins have the tying run at third and the go-ahead run at first, and big power at the plate in the form of Henry Gargas. 1 for 11 this year with an RBI, 0 for 3 on Sunday. Third baseman Butler on the edge of the grass. First baseman Nogales holds the runner Cipriano. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on an outside changeup. And the count is 0-1, and Gargas was way fooled by that off-speed offering. Middle infield's at double play depth, looking for a ground ball that could end this inning, but Gargas likes to elevate the fastballs and the breaking balls as well. Celestino works out of the stretch off the first base side of the rubber. Fires home. And there's a line drive, left center field, sends the left fielder Pacoda coming in. It drops in front of him for a base hit. Lou trots home from third. It's a game-tying RBI single for Henry Gargis, and the Pippins knotted up at 1 here in the bottom of the first. And yet again, it's proving that falling behind early is of little consequence to the Yakima Valley Pippins, as they've tied it up here in the first. And a chance to take the lead even, with runners at first and second. 1 out for Owen Cobb, 1-1 our score after the RBI single opposite way from Henry Gargis. Owen Cobb, a right-handed batter, .476 on the season so far, a homer and 6 driven in. Celestino looks to second and delivers. And there's a soft chopper towards shortstop. Charging in Spawn, makes the grab over to first in time for the out, and a swinging bunt moves both runners up, and now 2 in scoring position, 2 outs for Tanner Parker. Parker hits from the left side, the second left-handed batter in the Pippins lineup today. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. 1-1 our score, bottom first. Neither runner being held. Celestino delivers, and a breaking ball misses in the dirt. Rolls to the right of the catcher, Neiman. But he jogged over with his eye fixated on third, and no advance from the runner on third, Daniel Cipriano. 1-1 the score. And the second run waiting for the Pippins at third. The third run waiting at second. If Tanner Parker, who got his first hit of his first extra base hit of the year on Sunday, can come through here. 1-0 pitch. There's a chopper down the first base line and right into the HarbourCats dugout, 1-1. Parker 2 for 15 on the season. Hasn't driven in a run or hit a homer. Bats with a green socks rolled up high above the white pants. Celestino with a long look home. Belt tie set, and the pitch. Taken down low with a breaking ball, 2-1. 1-1 the score, bottom first. 2 in scoring position, 2 outs for Tanner Parker, ahead in the count, 2-1. On a really, really hot night here in Yakima. 91 degrees at first pitch. Just a few clouds in the sky off to the left. 2-1. Parker with a hot shot into center. Playa comes on. It drops in front of the center fielder, a base hit. Then he bobbles it. Gargis is in. Cipriano is in as well. It's a 2-run single for Tanner Parker. And the Pippins lead it 3-1 in the bottom of the first. And those are his first 2 RBIs of the season. And the Pippins, just like that, after going down 1-0 in the top half, sport Joe Magrici a 2-run lead for the next time he takes them out at least. Here's Riley Gill, the right-handed hitting left fielder for the Pippins. 4 for 14 this season, no homers and 2 RBIs. Hits with Parker at first and 2 down. Pippins leading 3-1. First pitch hit high in the air, shallow left center. Shortstop Spawn called off by Pacoda. The left fielder charges in and makes the catch in medium depth left center for the third out. But the Pippins get 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave a man stranded. We head to the top of the second inning with the Pippins leading 3-1 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flywkm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Concession stands throughout the orchard.
Tailgaters Bar and Grill in Selah offers an upscale dining experience in a relaxed atmosphere in downtown Selah. With savory entrees and specialty drinks, Tailgaters provides something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Selah. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
We go to the second inning. Nick Playa facing Joe Magrici, and he swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. Here in the top of the second inning, it's 3-1 Yakima on top of the Victoria HarbourCats. Magrici with the 0-1. And a changeup down low for ball one. 1-1 on Playa. 7-8-9 for Victoria here in the second with Playa, Spawn, and Tanner Haney. And a 1-1 pitch from the right-hander. Fastball on the outside corner for strike two. 1-2. Playa 1 for 9 this season. No homers, no RBIs. And the 1-2 pitch. Curveball fouled off to the right, stays 1-2. Diehard Pippins fans will remember Nick Playa. 2017 Pippin hit .269 that summer. Homer and 10 RBIs. Now in his second year with Victoria. 1-2, fouled back to the screen, got a piece of a high fastball. Stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3-1 Pippins lead, top of the second. A 3-run bottom of the first. Here's the 1-2. Curveball on the inside corner, strike 3 called. Second strikeout for Joe Magrici after ending the first with a swinging strikeout. And there's one away here to start the top of the second for Victoria. Harrison Spawn, the next to bat. 7 for 21 to start the year. No homers, 4 RBIs. Right-handed hitter bats with the bases empty, 1 away, and takes a fastball up high for ball 1. Pippins with a 3-1 lead over Victoria. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Curveball on the outside edge for strike 1, 1-1. Spawn, a college teammate of Nick Playa, who just struck out at California Baptist. 1-1 fastball, down and away, 2-1. There's a relief pitcher for the HarbourCats as well, Matt Amrine, who's also out of Cal Baptist. 2-1. Curveball, down and away, 3-1. Pippins 3, Victoria 1, top of the second inning. Nobody on and 1 out. Magrici walked 1 in the first after none on Friday. 3-1 pitch. Fastball outside corner, strike 2. And it's back to a full count for Spawn, who has not drawn a walk this season, but has hit in all 5 of Victoria's games so far that he has played in. And he takes strike 3 on the outside corner with a fastball. Back-to-back backwards Ks for Joe Magrici to start the second inning. And we remind you that the second inning is brought to you by Pingree Ford, your trusted Ford dealership in Selah with an extensive new and pre-owned inventory. Visit Pingree Ford at 102 West Natchez Avenue in Selah when you're looking for your next vehicle. Here's Tanner Haney, the right-handed hitting second baseman. Nobody on, 2 away. Pippins up 3-1 and a fastball high and away for ball 1. To the second baseman from the University of Texas. Everybody on the field straight away, normal depth, the 1-0 pitch. Line drive to center. Pittman jogs over to his right, reaches up and makes the catch. And it's an easy breezy 1-2-3 top of the second for Joey Magrici. On to the home half of the second inning. Pippins 3, HarbourCats 1 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Yakima YMCA.
Planet Fitness is the one and only judgment-free zone. That means for just $10 a month, you can work out at your own pace and just do you. However you want, whenever you want. Get free fitness training and tons of cardio and strength equipment, plus a totally friendly staff for just $10 a month with absolutely no judgment. We want you to be you for just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
Pippins 3, HarbourCats 1 as we go to the bottom of the second inning here in Yakima. And it'll be the 8-9-1 part of the Pippins order against Aaron Celestino, who they notched 3 runs off of in the bottom of the first. Corey Siracusa bats for the first time tonight, the catcher, right-handed batter. Celestino delivers, and a foul right back to the screen, 0-1. Second inning of work for Aaron Celestino, the right-handed pitcher out of the University of the Incarnate Word, a native of Houston, Texas, 6 feet tall, 200 pounds. A rising junior for the Cardinals, still in their nascent stages as a D1 program. There's a slider on the outside corner for strike 2. They joined Division I in 2013, so past that transition period where you're not eligible for postseason play just yet. Cardinals had a decent season out of the Southland Conference. Fastball too far wide, and it's 1-2 to Siracusa, who is off to a 1-for-11 start this year, but has walked 4 times. 3-1 Pippins, nobody on, nobody out, just starting this home half of the second inning. Corey takes just outside ball 2. Hard to see where that one missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Celestino has a legitimate gripe with home plate umpire Mike Potato if he wants it, as that looked like strike 3. Siracusa gains second life. Here's the 2-2. Curveball hit softly to shortstop. Spahn charges in and can't make the glove side grab. Fielding error by Harrison Spahn, the shortstop, and Corey Siracusa is a leadoff base runner for the Pippins here in the bottom of the second inning. It looks like they're going to score that a hit with Luke Schwartz coming to the plate. And they do indeed, an infield single for Corey Siracusa to the shortstop that couldn't make the glove side grab. Now 1 on, nobody out for Schwartz. Here's the pitch. Fastball down low, 1-0. Luke Schwartz 0 for 10 on the year. But today and yesterday, when the Pippins had practice, he had maybe the most impressive batting practice rounds of anyone. 3-1 Yakima Valley, bottom of the second. Man on first, Corey Siracusa takes a slight lead with nobody down. 1-0 pitch, bunt shown, popped up, third base side. Butler charges, but can't get there in foul ground, 1-1. Yesterday, the Pippins were taking BP off of a pitching machine, throwing curveballs, and Schwartz was just hammering ball after ball after ball. And then today, off of batting practice pitching from Pippins' first base coach, Justin Jacobs, it was the same thing. Celestino with the 1-1. There's a line drive into right field, a base hit. The first base hit for Luke Schwartz in a Pippins uniform. And he hit it about as hard as he had been hitting those batting practice balls. First 2 men in the bottom of the second for the Pippins have reached, and back to the top of the order for Tyler Pittman. Pittman bounced out his first time up. 3-1 Yakima on top of Victoria in the bottom of the second. With 2 on and nobody out, neither runner being held, the middle infield looking for a double play ball. Celestino with the long look in, sets at the belt, and delivers to Pittman, who shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a slider away. The count 1-0. Pippins already second time through the order here in this second inning. A single for Corey Siracusa and a single for Luke Schwartz. And now first baseman Emilio Nogales comes 5 to 10 steps into the infield grass, shielding against a potential push bunt. Now he'll back up a few steps. Now he's maybe 2 steps in on the grass. Third baseman Joe Butler on the edge. Pittman shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a fastball on the outside edge for a strike. That was a strike, but a hard pitch to lay a bunt down on. Count 1-1 to Pittman. 2 on, nobody out. Pippins 3, Victoria 1. Bottom of the second inning here in Yakima. Celestino, the long black hair poking out of the back of his red cap, comes set with a 1-1 pitch. Pittman still shows bunt, and a slider gets away from Neiman towards the first base dugout. Both runners move up, and no need for a bunt now. The second wild pitch today from Aaron Celestino, and the Pippins have 2 in scoring position, nobody out, and a 2-1 count on Tyler Pittman. Siracusa at third, Schwartz at second. Corners back up, and a 2-1 count to Pittman, who had a 2-run single over the weekend against Wenatchee. 3 RBIs on the year for the Pittsburgh State center fielder. The set, 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. With an outside corner fastball. And with nobody out, a strikeout isn't the worst thing in the world here. But a ball in play would be preferable. 3-1 Pippins lead, bottom of the second. 2 in scoring position, nobody out. Nogales at first, in on the grass. Celestino with another 2-strike pitch. This one's lined to right. Adams over to his right, reaches out and makes the catch in the gap. But that'll be more than deep enough to get the runner home from third. Schwartz tagging up, going for third, and he is safe. Schwartz slides in safely, and Todd Haney, head coach of the HarbourCats, is out of the dugout. He is not happy with the call from Bernard Sherman, the base umpire, and he is going to let him hear it. No doubt about it, though, the runner came in from third, Corey Siracusa, on the first sacrifice fly of the season for the Pippins. They were the only team in the league entering today without a sacrifice fly. So the RBI for Tyler Pittman. Schwartz moves up to third, and Todd Haney is not happy with the call. Now the umpires are going to converge down the third base line. But we've yet to see one of these conversations result in a call being changed, with no replay in the West Coast League. Either way, Siracusa's in from third. Pippins leading 4-1. And now they change the call. The runner's out. And Marcus McKimmey wants a word with Bernard Sherman. And Marcus McKimmey now wants to talk to Mike Botetto. And he's got a legitimate gripe because Sherman never saw a replay of the call. All he got was some words from an agitated coach, understandably so, and then made the decision to change the call. He never saw a replay of the call. And so Marcus McKimmey's got a legitimate gripe here. How can you, without seeing a replay, change the call that was made just based on the account of head coach Todd Haney, who, whether he had a legitimate gripe or not, that's Marcus McKimmey's argument here. There was no way to see the play a second time. And Coach McKimmey is not happy about this at all. He was pretty loud and pretty aggrieved. And they are chomping down the third base line. Pippins lead 4-1 regardless of the outcome of this play, because Siracusa, the runner from home, the runner from third, easily scored, no doubt about it. And from this angle, it looked like Schwartz was out. But I understand Coach McKimmey's argument that it's hard to see how you can change the call just by listening to Todd Haney's argument and not seeing a replay, of which there are none, except for our video team, Austin and Zach, although I'm not sure if they're able to actually pull a replay of the play. And McKimmey still jawing at the bit with Mike Botetto, the home plate umpire, who didn't even make the call or the change of the call. Elsewhere around the WCL, Port Angeles leads Wenatchee 3-2 in the bottom of the third, and McKimmey does not get the word he wants. So based on no further looks of the play, simply just the words of Todd Haney out of the HarbourCats dugout, Luke Schwartz is out at third for the second out, and it ends up being a double play, and now Zach Liu will bat with 2 down and the base is empty. Pippins leading it 4-1 here in the bottom of the second. Infield is deep to Liu, the right-hand hitter. Pitch. Breaking ball in the inside corner for strike 1. Now that opens up a can of worms because next time Marcus McKimmey wants a call changed, you know he's going to come with the same rationale. 0-1. Popped up down the third base side. Butler in foul territory gives chase, and that one lands in the seats. And for what it's worth, the ump's got the call right the second time. He was definitely out at third, but it just raises some questions of what the protocol is for changing calls when there's no way to look at the play a second time. 4-1 Pippins leading bottom of the second, nobody on, 2 outs. The right-hander Aaron Celestino with the set and the 1-2 pitch. Fouled off to the right, and it stays 0-2. Excuse me, that was an 0-2 pitch. Another 0-2. Fastball too far wide, and it's 1-2. Sacrifice fly, first of the year for Tyler Pittman, first of the year for the Pippins. They were the only team entering today without one in the WCL. 4-1 Yakima Valley, bottom second, nobody on, 2 outs. Another 2-strike pitch to Zach Liu. Taken up high, 2-2. Missed with a fastball, though not by much. And Celestino already working himself into some pitch count troubles here as he's approaching 40 with 2 outs in the second and has allowed 4 earned runs. 2-2. Slider down and away, and the count is full. And Zach Liu from 0-2 to 3-2 after being hit by a pitch in his first try. Getting a chance to really see some length from Celestino and putting together a good at-bat. 3-2. Chopper, third base side. Butler over to his left, gets past him. Spawn, the shortstop, makes the off-balance throw. Safe at first. Sherman makes the call. It pulled the first baseman, Emilio Nogales, off the bag. His back foot by just a hair. And Zach Liu reaches on a 2-out infield single. Daniel Cipriano hits with 2 away. Liu at first after an infield single. Pitch. Swing and a miss at a slider, 0-1. Pippins 4. HarbourCats 1. Bottom of the second. 2 infield singles in this inning for the Pippins. 0-1. Ground ball right side. Haney, the second baseman, shifting to his left, throws on to first in time, and the inning comes to a close. The Pippins do get a run, though, on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave a man stranded. At the end of 2, it's 4-1 Pippins on the Nathan's famous broadcast network.
Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong. Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Nate Pacoda leads off the top of the third for Victoria. The HarbourCats trailing the Yakima Valley Pippins 4-1, and Joe McGreasy, the right-handed pitcher, delivers his first offering, which Pacoda pops up high in the air, first base side. Siracusa tosses off the mask, but the catcher runs out of room as that one lands in the vacant fifth row of seats down the first base line, 0-1. Nate Pacoda, Joe Butler, Griffin Paxton, the top of the order for Victoria. Part of the order that scored a run in the first, Victoria's only run so far. Here's the 0-1 from McGreasy. Right-hander delivers. Broken bat, grounder, third base side. Lou, ranging to his left, makes the throw from the hole onto first, and he throws out Pacoda for the first out. Joe McGreasy picks up the bat shards and gives them to the bat boy just in front of the pitcher's mound. One away, and Joe Butler steps in. Making his HarbourCats debut, he grounded to short his first time. Tall third baseman out of Illinois State University. 4-1, Pippins lead Victoria, top of the third, excuse me. McGreasy with his first offering. Butler swings right behind a fastball, 0-1. Man, Joe coming out with some fire after a rough first. He's set down 5 in a row. Here's his 0-1. Fastball at the knees, strike 2, 0-2. 4-1 Pippins, nobody on, one out, top third. Looking to extend their division lead, currently at a half game entering today. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got it with the elevated fastball. Joe McGreasy said, here's my fastball. You want to hit it? And Joe Butler did not. Fourth strikeout for the right-hander, 2 down here in the third. And it brings up Griffin Paxton, a left-handed hitter. Native of Texas. First pitch. Popped up, softly off to the left. Lou gives chase. The third baseman watches that one hit off the barrier down near the Pippins bullpen on the left field line. And it's 0-1. 4-1, HarbourCats trailing the Pippins in the top of the third. Nobody on, 2 outs. And this is more like the Joe McGreasy we're used to watching. Right-hander with the 0-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. Gave up 2 hits and a walk in the first, and nothing since. Works quickly, looking for that 5th strikeout. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He got him. 1-2-3. Third inning for Joe McGreasy. On to the bottom of the third. Pippins leading at 4-1 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Really save. When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
4-1, Pippins leading the Victoria HarbourCats as we head to the home half of the third inning here in Yakima. Middle of the Pippins order against right-hander Aaron Celestino. Henry Gargas to lead it off, then Owen Cobb and Tanner Parker. Gargas with an RBI single in the first inning. Bats from the left side, big physical, 6 foot tall, 205-pound designated hitter. And he takes the first pitch for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Joe McGreasy, after a bit of a rocky first, has settled in to retire 7 in a row, including 2 overpowering strikeouts to end the top half of the third. Celestino with the 0-1. Gargas checks his swing and a breaking ball in the dirt, and the count moves to a ball and a strike. Pippins have really batted around on Celestino today. 6 hits through the first 2 innings for a guy that gave up 4 hits in 6 innings in his first start a week ago in Wenatchee. 1-1. Down and in, and Gargas had to skip out of the way of that fastball, which ended up in the lefty batter's box and rolled all the way to the backstop, nearly hit him on his foot. Counts 2-1. 4-1 Pippins lead, bottom third. Nobody on, nobody out. The set from Celestino and the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on an outside changeup. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. The HarbourCats took a season opening series in Wenatchee, 2-1. The Pippins swept Wenatchee here at home this past weekend, and then Victoria went home and dropped 2 out of 3 to Corvallis. 2-2. That one's down and in. Again, skips in the lefty batter's box, and the count is full. Celestino at Incarnate Word in the spring, 12 walks in 39 2/3 innings. So it's not been a real issue of his, and in the first 2 innings it wasn't either, but this at-bat he is all over the place. Right-hander set, 3-2. Gargas wraps this one down the first baseline and foul, and a nice snag out of the bullpen by the bullpen catcher Tanner Rempel for the HarbourCats, who picked that one up off a sharp hop down the first base line. The bullpen's in the field of play in foul territory here at County Stadium. And the HarbourCats bullpen and bullpen catcher already sitting on the table out there. Excuse me, the bench. Another payoff. Again, grounded first base side, taken off the dirt by Nogales. He jogs over to the bag and beats Gargas for the first out. 3 unassisted to bring up Owen Cobb. Cobb grounded out to his opposite number back in the first inning. Nobody on, 1 out. Pippins lead 4-1, bottom third. They've scored in each of the first 2 innings of this contest. Celestino shakes off one sign from Frankie Neiman. Now the bell tie set. And the first pitch. Fastball at the knees for a strike, 0-1. And it would have been easy for Aaron Celestino to pack it in after 1 year at Incarnate Word. Try it again somewhere else. See if he was a better fit at a different program. 0-1. Full hack on a half swing on a breaking ball, 0-2. He pitched in 9 games as a freshman, had an ERA north of 18. Had as many hit by pitches as he did innings pitched. 0-2. Fastball up high, 1-2. But he stuck it out, and in an era of where everybody transfers, worked his way into a key role out of the Incarnate Word pitching staff. Made 9 starts, won 6 games for the Cardinals. 1-2 to Cobb. Breaking ball hammered down the left field line, but pulled significantly too foul, and a black car nearly got hit, but it decided to slow down right before Cobb's foul ball landed in front of it. 1-2 on Owen. Nobody on, 1 out. Pippins leading 4-1. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning here in Yakima. Top of the 4th, I'll be joined by West Coast League Commissioner Rob Nyer, who's at the stadium in Yakima today after being in Wenatchee yesterday. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball in the dirt. Neiman gets it out of the crouch over to his left. He throws on to first for the out. And the first strikeout of the day for Aaron Celestino. And there's 2 down here in the home half of the 3rd inning. We'll bring up Tanner Parker, who had a 2-run single back in the 1st inning that initially gave the Pippins that early 2-1 lead that they have so far not relinquished. First pitch, down and away, ball 1. And the count 1-0 to Parker out of Middle Tennessee State, native of Spokane. Started the season as a temporary player, but's really made his name so far. As he watches an off-speed offering on the outside corner for a called strike 1, and the count evens to 1-1. Pippins lead 4-1. In the bottom of the 3rd inning, nobody on, 2 out, the 1-1 pitch. Taken just outside with a fastball, 2-1 to Tanner Parker. Riley Gill waiting on deck. Aaron Celestino, short right-hander out of North Shore High School in Houston. Pitched in the Mink League last summer. And he misses up and away with a fastball, 3-1. Was an all-star for the Sedalia Bombers in Missouri. Went 2-0 at a 2.06 ERA. 35 strikeouts, 8 walks over 35 innings, and got off to a good start with the HarbourCats. His 3-1. Pop back foul and over the press box and into the concourse 3-2, but today has not been as fruitful. 6 hits over 2 2/3, 4 runs, no walks, and a strikeout for the right-hander. He peers in, sets at the belt, and delivers a 3-2. And that one's hit hard down the first baseline. A fair ball, and it rolls into the bullpen down the right field line and into the corner. Picked up in right field by Adams. Tanner Parker scurries into second with a 2-out double. That one off the bat looked foul, but it stayed fair, the call made by Bernard Sherman. And Parker with his 2nd hit of the day, his 2nd double in as many games. And it'll bring up Riley Gill with a man in scoring position, 2 outs. Gill popped out to shallow left center his first time up. Celestino comes set. Here's his first offering to Gill. Breaking ball, checks his swing and did hold up in time, 1-0. Pippins lead 4-1, bottom 3rd. Man in scoring position with 2 outs. Be sure to stick around in the 4th inning as Rob Nyer, West Coast League Commissioner, in his 2nd year, will join me on the broadcast. 1-0 pitch. That one's hammered down the left field line. Long run for Bakota. Back into his right. Reaches up and makes the catch on the run. 5 steps shy of the track. Gill put a charge in, but it just held up in the air for too long. Pippins stranded, 2-out double. We go to the 4th with Yakima Valley leading 4-1 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
More ideas for his business and yours.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever, just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT. Premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at
League Commissioner, Mr. Rob Nyer. Thanks so much for joining me. Sorry, we get that fixed now. Now we have Rob Nyer, Commissioner of the West Coast League, on. How are you doing, sir?
Again, great to be with you.
Thanks. 0-2 the count to Frankie Neiman, and you've been going around a little bit these first couple of weeks of the season, have you not?
A little bit. I'm fortunate to live in Portland, which is unfortunate for many reasons, but in terms of the league, I'm quite close to 3 different teams. I got the Pickles right there in Portland, the brand new Richfield Raptors just over the river from where I live, and then another basically 45 minutes north, less than that really, is we've got the Cowlitz Black Bears, so those were easy.
1-2 pitch here to Neiman, and apologize for those technical difficulties. Do have those sorted out now, 2-2. So year 2 as the West Coast League Commissioner, a little bit more stress-free offseason than year 1, kind of knowing what the deal is?
I didn't have an offseason.
Fair enough.
My first, I didn't join the league until May 1.
That one's wrapped down the first baseline over Cipriano's head and off the right field wall. Karen picked up by Schwartz. Neiman around first. He goes to second. And one of the top 5 in the West Coast League in hitting has a double with nobody out to start the 4th.
So my first season, I basically went into it cold, not knowing anything, just having gotten acquainted with at least most of the owners in the league. But so my first season last summer was a really for me a learning experience. I do feel more confident now. At least I know everybody.
So what have been some of the things that have excited you as you go into the process starting this second year?
Well, for me, and I don't think this is any sort of trade secret.
Swing and a miss by Emilio Nogales, 0-1.
Our owners are in a couple of businesses. One is to bring people to the ballpark, sell tickets, all that neat stuff. Nobody wants to lose money, right? Mm-hmm. But we're also all in the business of improving these young baseball players.
Swing and a miss on a breaking ball, 0-2.
And of course, there are all the traditional ways to do that, and we have great coaching staffs who know how to do that. But there's also this rising tide of technology that's out there. That you hear about all the time when you watch Major League games, but it goes all the way down into youth baseball. So
0-2, grounded towards first. Cipriano waits on it, takes off a tough hop, tougher than it seemed. Takes it to the bag himself for the first out, and even gets to third. We've seen the TrackMan coming into the West Coast League, which is certainly a big deal.
Absolutely. We are one of only, as I understand it, 3 collegiate summer leagues that feature TrackMan. So that's a real coup for us to have it in the ballparks and half our ballparks this season. And we are all quite hopeful that with our partners at TrackMan, we'll be expanding into all 12, including this ballpark, next summer. But
swing and a miss by Nick Adams for strike 1.
Miles, as you know, this wave of technology extends far beyond just TrackMan. There's all the things like Rapsodo and Edgertronic and Blast Motion and the K-Vests. I mean, and the list goes on. I'm just sort of scratching the surface, and new things come along faster than I can really be aware of them. So it really is the wave of the future, and we really can't ignore it.
0-2 from McGreasy, a little chopper off the plate, and foul 0-2. And certainly probably has to make some of those major league organizations happy, too, that are coming by and looking out their future players in this league.
I think so. And it also makes the college coaches happy that we work with, because a lot of this technology is already in use, especially at the Division I level. Dozens of Division I schools have TrackMan already.
Another 0-2. Fastball up high, 1-2.
And that process is only going to accelerate in the next year or 2 or 3. So for us to keep up, we really have to do most of the same things that, at the very least, that the Division I schools are doing.
1-2 pitch. Fastball high and away, 2-2. So this early part of the season, what does a day-to-day routine kind of look like for you?
There is no routine. There is absolutely. This is the most unpredictable job that you can imagine. With
2-2, chopped over the mound. Cobb, the shortstop, to his left. He doesn't get there. Rolls into center field. Neiman's in from third. It's an RBI single for Nick Adams, and it is 4-2. The Pippins on top of the HarbourCats.
Yeah, I think the exception is that I do try to plan out, and really because I have to, my travel. I go into each season, the first 2 anyway,
outside corner, 1-1.
But most of the other things that I'm doing during the season are not planned out. Anytime there's an ejection, I've got to read the report and decide if there's anything to be done beyond whatever the prescribed result is, which, as you know,
1-1 fastball right down the middle for strike 2.
If a player is ejected, that is an automatic suspension. But it could be more games than the automatic part if it's particularly egregious, and that's the sort of thing I have to deal with sometimes deep into the night.
Throw over to first, tag applied, but the runner Adams back in safely. Probably not your favorite part of this job.
It is actually my least favorite part of the job, and it's not close. Everything else is way more fun than that. No, I don't enjoy that part of it. Even aside from staying up until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't enjoy it.
Runner takes off, 1-2 outside. Syracuse's throw on target, tag applied. They got him! No, he's safe! Base umpire Bernard Sherman makes the call that Nick Adams slid underneath the tag. It was a perfect throw from Corey Syracuse. Would have been the first he tossed out this year, and Marcus McKimmey goes out to have a chat with the base umpire, first stolen base of the year for Adams. So, going from being a writer for such a long time to being a commissioner of a college summer baseball league, even for someone like you that loves baseball, what went into that switch?
Well, it came out of nowhere. I gave a talk of a sort of historical nature at a big baseball banquet that they have every year in Portland, and it just happened that Dan Siegel, who is the CEO of the Corvallis Knights, was in the audience, and at that moment, the league was looking for a new commissioner, and again, you'd have to talk to Dan, but for whatever reason, he thought I might be a good fit, and we got together for breakfast a week or two later, and I guess he still thought I'd be a good fit, and he talked to the other owners, and we all got on a conference call, and all of a sudden, here I was, the commissioner. It was a very strange, disorienting process to go through because it's just not something you think is going to happen.
Yeah. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Playa with a man at second, 1 out. Pippins leading 4-2 in the top of the 4th. But overall, you happy with the decision that you've made now a year plus into it?
Oh, sure. I mean, I didn't have to come back for the second season.
Yeah.
And
3-2, fastball high, walked him. Second walk for McGreasy today. 2 on, 1 out for the HarbourCats, and the go-ahead run will come to the plate.
Just to give you, well, first of all, it's just wonderful to be associated with a great league like this, no question. And I love to travel during the summer. I do miss my family at home, but it's all close enough that I can be up and then back in 2 or 3 days, like this trip. And then you think about the other experiences. I've gotten to do things, Miles, that I never thought I'd get to do. I'll give you an example of something that I have done in the past that I never thought I'd get to do.
There's the first pitch to Harrison Spawn, a fastball up the knees for a strike, 0-1.
When I moved to Portland 17 years ago, I became, within 2 or 3 years, friendly with the Portland Beavers at that time, or the AAA team there, and I became friendly with their radio broadcaster.
The 0-1. Ground ball slowly, first base side, going to be a tough play for Parker. Second baseman Field shovels onto first in time for the out. So what in effect serves as a swinging bunt, moves 2 into scoring position with 2 out.
Fantastic broadcaster in person named Rich Burke, who you might have met over the years. If you don't, you should, because he's a great mentor for young broadcasters. And Rich, just sort of out of the blue, said, "Rob, you want to join me on the radio broadcast, just to sort of hang out?" And I wound up doing, until the Beavers left a few years later, I probably would work 8 to 12 games a season. That might be a little high, but as a kid, I just dreamed of going on the radio. Who doesn't as a fan, right?
Oh yeah.
And then I got to do it. Not that I was good at it, but I got to be on the radio. We all baseball.
We all start off a little rusty.
And I was very rusty, and probably never got over that. But
there's the 0-1 to Tanner Haney, breaking ball in the outside corner for strike.
It's just one of those things that when you're a fan for a number of years, you sort of think that would be a fun thing to do. I'll never get to do it, but what a cool opportunity. And then I got to do it. Well, last season as commissioner, my summer was full of things like that.
0-2. Haney takes a golf swing and a breaking ball. Swings and misses for strike 3. Stay tuned. We'll keep talking to Rob Nyer as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Pippins leading 4-2 here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Proudly supports Yakima Valley Pippins baseball. Make sure you stop by and grab a cup or cone of your favorite Baskin-Robbins flavor at the South First location. And then, next time you're at Yakima County Stadium, try out their awesome baseball medley. Baskin-Robbins ice cream and Pippins baseball will make your summer memorable.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. The Pippins on top of the Victoria HarbourCats by a score of 4-2, and it'll be the 8-9-1 part of the Pippins order here in the bottom of the fourth. Corey Siracusa, Luke Schwartz, and Tyler Pittman. Pleased to still be joined by West Coast League Commissioner Rob Nyer. And Rob, if I have this correct, you once said your favorite player was Bill Pacoda.
I can't believe you know that. Tell me where you came by that information.
Well, I have the link in my notes somewhere, but I just want to say, is it a thrill for you that his son, Nate Pacoda, is playing left field?
You know, it is, and I'm sort of kicking myself because he played for the HarbourCats last season.
Foul back to the screen by Siracusa, 0-1.
And I wanted to talk to him and didn't get a chance to. And I didn't know he was with the team this year until I got up here and started writing down the lineup. So I want to say hello at some point and tell him how much I enjoyed his father when I was a Royals fan way back when I played slow pitch softball. I always wore 32 because that was Bill Pacoda's number.
the guy who became famous because his last name became a player projection system.
That's right.
And he's your favorite player.
He was my favorite player, among my favorites. I did choose his number with great purpose. I was always a fan of George Brett and Frank White and Ryan McRae and Hal McRae and a number of others. But I did appreciate Bill Pacoda probably more than anybody.
Probably so.
He was a utility player who had one big game or doubleheader against the Yankees. That's sort of why he stuck in my head.
And that's sort of why he became known for the projection system as Siracusa swings and misses at a breaking ball, because he was the average major league player almost.
Right. That was the idea. And the funny thing, maybe you know it, I don't have it memorized. There is an actual...
There is an acronym. I think I don't know what it is.
Right. The official Pacoda is all caps because it's an acronym. But it was just invented to be named after Bill Pacoda, obviously. It was sort of an in-joke.
One out, nobody on for Luke Schwartz, who ripped the single into right center for his first hit, and he shows bunt, pushes it towards the mound. Celestino off the mound, throws on to first for an easy second out. So you published a book, one of many books that you've published, Powerball, back in October. What was the process like writing that book?
Gosh, Miles, where do I start? I'll tell you how it came about quickly. There have been a few books like the one I wrote, and I'll get into that in a second, over the decades. The last of them, at least the last that is particularly notable, at least in my mind, was a book called 9 Innings that came out in 1985, a long time ago.
Pittman takes a breaking ball low, 1-0.
And I was a big fan of that book. I've actually become friendly with the author, Dan Okrent, over the years, which has been a real treat for me. Well, a couple of years ago, I had written 2 different book proposals.
Pittman takes a strike, 1-1.
That my agent pitched to editors, publishing houses, and neither one of them sold. And I'd literally given up. I thought, you know what? I've done 6 or 7 books. That's probably going to be it. It's time to find a new way to spend a lot of my time.
Pittman rips a ball right towards third, off of the third baseman Butler. Spawn, the shortstop, picks up the carom, but the throw to first is offline, or not offline, a little too late. And Pittman with an infield single and a 2-out base runner for the Pippins here in the fourth.
And I'm grateful for that hit because I was just in the beginning of a very long story.
I was going to say, let's keep going. Let's hit some runs.
I can stay longer too, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
But within 2 weeks after, a week after basically having given up on writing another book, I essentially so much.
Now, just for people like me that don't know, what is the book 9 Innings?
So the book 9 Innings, in my book essentially, is a look at the modern game, any number of things, elements of the modern game, through the prism of one particular game, which is why Dan's book was called 9 Innings. Mine is called Powerball, sort of a play on Moneyball, obviously. But that was the idea, to just go sort of batter by batter through a whole game and use that as an avenue, all those different things, to explore all these different subjects in baseball. So I made a list of 25 things I wanted to write about, and then was able to sort of wedge all of them into this book as they came up during the game.
Throw over to first, and the runner Pittman dives back in safely.
Third throw, by the way.
Zach Liu is the right-handed batter with 2 outs. He is singled and been hit by a pitch today, 1 for 1, and he takes a fastball underneath for a called strike 1. So you get the call that that he wants you to write essentially Powerball. Where do things go from there?
Well, the first step, once we decided that I was going to do it, was to find a game.
Throw to first, and again,
and
the runner back safely.
I actually thought that I would do what Dan Okren did, which was go to some games, choose one of those, and write about it. Dan did that, and then he spent 2 years working on the book.
There's a chopper back towards the mound. Celestino can't field. Butler charges in. Third baseman throws to first in time to end the inning. The Pippins strand a 2-out single. But we'll keep talking with Rob Nyer as we go to the top of the 5th inning here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network. Pippins lead 4-2.
Being pregnant can make normal routine.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
In downtown Yakima, Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima, and Oak Creek Hardware in Wenatchee also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware, hardware supplies, and competitive prices.
Mark Wanarovich takes over on the mound for the Pippins as we go to the top of the 5th inning. The night is done for Joe McGreasy, who goes 4 innings, allows 2 runs on 4 hits, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. And it'll be the top of the order here to face the right-hander Wanarovich, making his 3rd appearance of the season and first since taking the loss last Thursday in Ridgefield. And his first pitch to Nate Pacoda, bunt shown and bunted in fair territory, but it hit off of Pacoda first, so it's a foul ball, 0-1. We're still joined by West Coast League Commissioner Rob Nyer, and we were talking about the process of writing your book, Powerball, and you were talking about how, had you gone out and watched games, it might have been 2 years to write the book, so you decided to write about a game that had already happened.
That's right. My editor quickly disabused me of the notion that I would go to Safeco Field, for example, and watch a series and pick one of those games. For a number of reasons, just wasn't really practical. So this was in September of 20.
Slider on the outside corner for a strike, 0-2.
September of 2017, and essentially we just sort of made a list of the things we would want to see in a game. Some drama, some home runs, some strikeouts,
shortstop to his left. From behind the second base bag, he throws out Pacoda for the first down. Yeah, seriously, the fact there's only been like 7 strikeouts in this game, and it feels like not a whole lot.
And I think that, and I write about this quite a bit in the book. It is both a description of the modern game, and I talked to a few dozen people that were involved, players and coaches, and also some people outside the game, but players, Brandon McCarthy and various other people. He's just the first one that comes to mind.
Swing and a miss by Joe Butler, 0-1.
It's both a description of the modern game, and it's also, to some degree, an editorial, especially in the last chapter when I write about where the game is going and what I think the game should look like in an ideal world.
Grounded to second, Parker on to first for the out. So, Rob, there are a lot of people, especially broadcasters like you from your era, your age, older, around the same, that are very reticent to accept the modern game. Why do you think that is?
Well, first of all, I think it's always been that way. We tend to fall in love with the baseball that we grew up with. And I'm the same way. Now, I can justify it. I think more than most could. If you tell me the best game was in the 1950s, when there were only 16 teams and when New York teams were in the World Series every year, I've got a hard time with that. For me, the formative years were the 80s. That's when I really came of age as a baseball fan, I think.
0-1. Slider on the outside corner for strike 2. Good backdoor breaking ball.
And there was some great baseball in the 80s. I mean, you had players hitting lots of home runs. You also had Ricky Henderson and Tim Raines stealing lots of bases. And you had a different team winning the World Series literally every year. That happened.
0-2. Fastball high and away. 1-2.
I believe in the 80s there were 10 different World Series champions. So yes, I did grow up in that time, and so I'm probably biased, but I think we're missing some things from that era that we'd like to be nice to get back.
1-2, outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes, such as?
Well, again, better competition, more stolen bases, more balls in play. Ozzie Smith today would not be Ozzie Smith.
No.
He would be a great fielder.
2-2, fouled back.
But he wouldn't make as many great plays.
No.
For the very simple reason there aren't as many plays to be made, right? He would probably make 20-25% fewer plays generally, and also 20-25% fewer great plays, highlight plays.
Well, I think, Rob, there's an argument to be made that someone like an Andrelton Simmons is as good of a fielder as Ozzie Smith was, as the 2-2 is grounded to short. Cobb takes it and throws on to first for the out, but maybe doesn't get the recognition because he's just not as known.
I made that exact argument in my book with Andrelton Simmons, so I completely agree. That's a great analysis.
All right, well, great thanks to Rob Nyer for joining us here on the Pippins broadcast. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Pippins leading 4-2 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong. Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
In Sela offers an upscale dining experience in a relaxed atmosphere in downtown Sela. With savory entrees and specialty drinks, tailgaters provide something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
Daniel Cipriano leads off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Pippins. It's a 4-2 Yakima Valley lead in the first pitch from the right-hander Aaron Celestino drops in on the inside edge for strike one. The count 0-1 to Cipriano, who is singled and grounded out today, 1 for 2. Aaron Celestino back out for his 5th inning of work as the starter, and he delivers the 0-1, and it's taken outside for ball one, 1-1. A big thanks to West Coast League Commissioner Rob Dyer for joining us over the past inning and a half. It was a pleasure to chat with him about a multitude of topics. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2. And again, a big thanks to Mr. Nair, and hopefully have him back on here at some point this year, maybe in the playoffs. 1-2. Cipriano takes a slider down and away, 2-2. Pippins leading 4-2. A run came home in the 4th off of Joe McGreasy, and since then the Pippins have turned to Mark Wanaropich out of the bullpen, one of their guys who can pitch in longer stints. The right-hander Celestino, the pitch count at about 80 right now. Here's the 2-2. Grounded right side, to his left, the second baseman Haney picks it up off the outfield grass. It's a full 360 and throws on to first the short way to retire Cipriano one away here in the 5th. Left-handed batting Henry Gargis hits. He's 1 for 2, a single and a ground out in 2 trips today. Here's the pitch. That one's hammered down towards first, but on the ground for Nogales, who calls off Celestino and jogs over the bag himself 2 away. We'll bring up Owen Cobb, who needs a hit to extend his 5-game hitting streak. Pippins leading 4-2 at the bottom of the 5th inning. I'm Miles Klotz with Zach and Austin on the controls for our video stream. Cobb bats from the right side. Pitch. Taken inside. 1 ball, no strikes on Owen Cobb, lanky shortstop out of Garfield High School in Seattle. The 1-0 from the right-hander. That one's popped up and twirls foul off to the right, 1-1. Take a look at some scores around the West Coast League. The Wenatchee Apple Sox, 9 runs. Port Angeles 5 in the top of the 6th. Man, watch that Wenatchee lineup for 3 days. I didn't think it was possible for them to score 9. Ridgefield 6, Portland 1, bottom of the 3rd in Portland. The Yakima Valley Pippins, only team to beat Ridgefield this year. Bellingham 10, Cowlitz 1, the opponent for the Pippins this weekend. Bringing the bats out against Cowlitz as Cobb reaches for a fastball and hits it off to the right, 1-2. You know, one question that a couple people were bringing up was, you know, the Pippins are off to a 5-1 start, but have they beaten a lot of good teams? I would say, take a look at Ridgefield, who is 5-2. The only 2 losses coming to the Pippins, and the Pippins only lost to them by 1 run, and say, yeah, they've beaten some good teams. Here's the 1-2 from Celestino. Slider on the outside corner, called strike 3. The 3rd strikeout for Aaron Celestino, and the 5th inning comes to a close. At the end of 5, it's Pippins 4, HarbourCats 2 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
With stores in Yakima and Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
own pace and just do you. However you want, whenever you want. Get free fitness training and tons of cardio and strength equipment, plus a totally friendly staff for just $10 a month with absolutely no judgment. We want you to be you for just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
Pippins 4, Victoria 2 as we go to the 6th inning, brought to you by the Yakima Herald-Republic. Your best sources for local sports, news, entertainment, and lifestyle information from across Central Washington. Call 575-7755 to subscribe to a print or digital package. The Yakima Herald-Republic, they tell your stories. Frankie Neiman, who is 1 for 1 with a double and a walk, fouls first pitch he sees in this 6th off to the right out of play. Pippins 4, Victoria 2, and the second inning of work now out of the bullpen for Mark Wantarovich, who had a 1-2-3 fifth. Pitch, slider down and away, 1-1. Mark, we didn't really get to introduce him because we were talking with Rob Nyer when he came into the game. Making his third appearance of the season, entered today, 1-1, 3.17 ERA. Pitch, swing and a miss on an inside fastball, 1-2. 5 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, 0 walks. Opponents hitting 190 against the right-hander out of Cal State East Bay. Native of Yorba Linda, California, right near Anaheim. A 1-2. Ground ball right back to the mound. Snagged by Wantarovich. He jogs to his left. Underhand flip to the bag in time for the first out. And the best hitter in this HarbourCats lineup retired for the first time today. And it will bring up Emilio Nogales, who doubled in the first inning off of Joey Magrici and grounded out in his second at-bat. Here's the left-handed hitting Nogales. And time called and granted. Pippins lead 4-2, top of the 6th. Nobody on, 1 out for Victoria. Wantarovich, if this score holds, would pick up his second win of the season. He delivers and misses outside with a changeup, 1-0. Splitter, excuse me. He throws a splitter, not a changeup. Down low, 2 balls, no strikes. Infield, outfield, straightaway, normal depth for the Pippins. The base coaches for Victoria play very deep behind the coaching box. That one's fouled off to the left and into the parking lot, 2-1. What I mean by that is that they're not anywhere near the coaching box, really. They're both 3 to 4 steps behind it. So right-hander warms in the bullpen for the HarbourCats. Wantarovich with the 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on a high fastball. Trying to get an ID on the right-hander tossing the bullpen for the HarbourCats. But since I said that, he stopped throwing. 2-2 from Wantarovich to Nogales. Shot foul out of play, 2-2. It's the right-hander Hunter Hennig, who is tossing in the bullpen for Tanner Haney and company, or excuse me, Todd Haney, the manager of the HarbourCats. 2-2. Fastball up high, counts full on Nogales. No walks issued this season by Mark Wantarovich. Nobody on, 1 out. Pippins lead 4-2, top 6. This pitching is doing it again. 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got it with a high fastball, 2 away in the 6th. It's really incredible what this pitching staff has done. Still no more than 3 runs allowed in a game this season. Now Nick Adams with an RBI single in the 4th. Digs in, nobody on, 2 out. Mark Wantarovich, 5 up, 5 down out of the bullpen. And he delivers the first pitch in this righty-righty matchup. And that was hammered deep to left. Gill back towards the wall. At the warning track, he makes the catch. A step shy of the track. And Adams got all of that, but launch angle a little too high. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. The Pippins leading 4-2 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, He grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Pippins leading 4-2 as we go to the home half of the sixth inning, and the first man out of the bullpen for Todd Haney and the HarbourCats is right-hander Hunter Hennig, making his second appearance of the season. He pitched 3 innings of relief on Saturday against Corvallis, allowing 1 run on 1 hit and 3 strikeouts. He did not walk a batter. He's a 5'10", 190-pound right-hander out of Alameda, California, a rising junior at Pomona Pitzer, a Division III school, or really it's an athletic programs of 2 different schools, Pomona College and Pitzer College down in Claremont, California. And he faces Tanner Parker, who is having a real nice day, a single that drove in 2 runs in the first and a double in the third. And Riley Gill and Corey Siracusa pitched on the outside edge for strike 1. Fastball there from the right-hander. Now he readies. And the pitch. Parker hits this the opposite way towards shortstop. Spawn takes it, belt high off a hop, throws to first, high, tag applied, safe! Tanner Parker reaches for the 3rd time today, although that one's got a good chance of being an E6 on a throw that was high and wide. And now Todd Haney. Yet again, this has been a day for Bernard Sherman, the field umpire. He has been hearing it from both coaches, and they score that in error, so Parker unable to make it a 3-for-3 day. But he does reach, however it counts. Todd Haney didn't get the word he liked. He's back to the dugout. Riley Gill, the right-handed batter, will now hit. He is 0 for 2 today with a couple of flyouts to left field. Slight lead off of first for Parker. Or Nogales holds it first. Heading out of the stretch for the first time, fires a fastball for a strike on the upper inside corner to the right-hand batter, 0-1. So the first error committed by Victoria. And it's charged to the shortstop Harrison Spawn. 4-2 Pippins lead bottom 6. 0-1 pitch to Gill with the middle infield at double play depth. Breaking ball up high, 1-1. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Pippins. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the HarbourCats. 1-1. Runner takes off, swing and a miss, throw down a second, high, and they got Parker by a mile. He is caught stealing. The first time this season that the Pippins have been caught stealing, and the count now 1-2 to Riley Gill. 1 away in the 6th, the bottom half of the 6th inning. And the next batter is still Gill. And a breaking ball hit down the third baseline. Taken on a tough hop, shoulder high by Butler. Third baseman throws on to first in time for the out, and that's 2 outs here in the 6th. Corey Siracusa, who has singled and struck out today, coming to the plate. Corey digs in from the right side. We take a look at some out-of-town Evangelist, which would get to a game and a half. If all results hold as they are, Syracuse takes up and away for ball one with a fastball. If Bellingham wins, they would stay at a game and a half back. It looks like they will over Cowlitz. 1-0. Syracuse watches a fastball sail too far outside. 2-0. Infield, outfield, straight away, normal depth. Luke Schwartz waiting on deck for the Pippins. Here's the 2-0. That was fly to right and foul out of play. The count goes to 2-1 on Corey Syracuse, a native of Hawaii. The third Hawaiian native in Pippins history. The 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike two. And it's 2 balls, 2.
That's where I belong. Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Today.
4-2 Pippins lead at the end of 6. We go to the 7th. Mark Wanarobich still out on the mound for Yakima Valley, and he gets 7, 8, 9 of the Victoria order, starting with Nick Playa, right-handed batter who is 0 for 1. First pitch from the right-hander, fouled off to the right, and it is 0-1. Hunter Spawn, Tanner Haney to follow. With a right-hander, Ty Pullman and Nick Brown both starting to stretch in the Pippins bullpen. Nobody throwing, though. Home plate umpire hitters. 4 of them haven't even seen the ball. 1-1. Fouled back, 1-2. Nobody on, 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Pippins lead 4-2. They've out-hit the HarbourCats 8-4. And Victoria with 1 error. Despite being a pretty big guy, pretty athletic over there at first. Now he'll hold him on with Nate Pacoda coming to the plate, who was 0 for 3. Bounced out twice and flied to right. Pitch. Slider taken for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. We're talking about it with Rob Nyer, WCL commissioner, when he came on here earlier, but Nate's father, Bill, played in the majors, mostly with the Royals, and he was at one point Rob Nyer's favorite player. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Man, he was way out in front of that slider. 0-2. And I do have the acronym that the Pacoda projection system stands for. It's Player Empirical Comparison and Optimization Test Algorithm. 0-2. Pop foul off to the right, stays 0-2. And it was mainly named after Bill Pacoda because his career, an average player that got shuttled through AAA a lot, was basically representative of the typical entry in the database. 0-2 pitch. Again, went chasing a slider and reaches out to poke this one off to the right, stays 0-2. Pippins lead 4-2. We're in the 7th. A 2-out error by Daniel Cipriano has forced Mark Wanarovich to toss a few more pitches. Mark readies. Looks to first. 0-2. Slider just outside, ball 1. Siracusa held it. He wanted strike 3 called, and Mark Wanarovich is basically telling Pacoda, come hit this slider, because he has not done so yet. 1 on, 2 out. Pippins lead 4-2 in the 7th.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters. quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever.
The pitching has just been dominant for the Pippins. Even with Joe McGreasy not giving his best performance. 4 innings, 2 runs. Mark Wenatchee has cleaned it up nicely out of the pen. Pitch. Breaking ball to Tyler Pittman in there on the inside corner for Lou chops this down the third baseline, picked up by the third baseman Butler. He throws on to first in time, and it's a 1-2-3 seventh for Hunter Hennig. We go to the 8th. Pippins still leading 4-2 on the Nathan's famous broadcast network.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome and se habla español. This is how we care.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Robbins Ice Cream and Pippins Baseball will make your summer memorable.
4-2 Pippins lead. We go to the 8th. Mark Wenatchee still on the mound, facing the right-handed batting Joe Butler, who hits one to shortstop where Cobb takes off a high hop, throws on to first in time for the out, and man, it has just been smooth sailing for Wanarobich, who the only blemish on his line, not even really his line, it was an error by Daniel Cipriano at first. Otherwise, he's retired every man he's faced. And here's Griffin Paxton, who scored a run after a single in the first, otherwise 1 for 3. A left-handed hitter out of West Texas. No, not the western part of the state, the town of West Texas. Here's the pitch. Backdoor slider misses too low. Literally called West. 1-0. Down low, 2-0. And it's not in the western part of Texas. It's not even in the western part of the county that it's located in. 2-0. Fastball up high, 3-0. And man, Wanarobich, the second 3-ball count in 3 1/3 innings. Nobody on, 1 out. Pippins ahead 4-2 in the top of the 8th inning. The right-hander with the letter high set, leg kick and the pitch. Paxton takes on the outside edge, 3-1. Goes to the University of Texas San Antonio, or colloquially known as UTSA, after a couple of years in junior college. Hit 280 this year. Pitch. That one's grounded, first base side. Second baseman Parker from the outfield grass to his left, throws on a first in time, 2 away. And man, the thing about Mark Wanarobich is ground ball out after ground ball out. He has recorded 8 ground ball outs tonight out of 11 batters set down. The others were a strikeout and a pair of flyouts. Keeping the ball on the ground, a good way to be successful. Here's the first pitch to Frankie Neiman, is flied high in the air and fouled off to the right. It's 0-1. Pippins lead 4-2 in the 8th. 8 hits for Yakima Valley, 4 for Victoria, an error per. Breaking ball high, 2-1. Emilio Nogales, next to bat. Neiman out of Tulane University. 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, which would seem like an interesting choice for a school in New Orleans to send players out to the West Coast League, but head coach Travis Jewett of the Green Wave, native of Tacoma, played at Lower Columbia College, assistant at both Washington and Washington State. As Neiman lifts one high in the air to center, Pittman ambles over to his right, and in straightaway center field, fairly deep, makes the catch. And the inning comes to a close. It's another 1-2-3 frame for Mark Wanarobich. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Pippin's looking to add to a 4-2 advantage on the Nathan's famous broadcast network.
Being pregnant can make normal routines complicated. Lincoln Avenue Medical Dental Center is uniquely suited to help make life a little bit easier for all moms. Our care teams will help you with appointments, dental visits, nutrition counseling, and more. Our registered nurses can help follow up with you and your baby at home. Parenthood can sometimes make your life a little more complicated. We are here to help. Visit our Mother's Lounge at every Yakima Valley Pippins home game. We're located next to the box office.
No one likes having to work on collection of debt, but when that time comes, one of the nation's best is right here in the Yakima Valley. YCCS is a locally owned, nationally renowned business that focuses on the customer's needs in a fair but firm manner. YCCS takes pride in their professionalism. Call 800-841-8573 or visit yccsusa.com to find out how they can help you recover what is rightfully yours. YCCS, a proud partner of your Yakima Valley Pippins.
Carrying top-notch supplies for more than 70 years in the Yakima Valley. Your hometown Ace Hardware stores in Yakima and Natchez provide attentive customer service and the best brands for all your home improvement project needs. Roy's Ace Hardware in downtown Yakima, Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima, and Oak Creek Hardware in Natchez also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware. Hardware supplies and competitive prices.
Pippins looking to add some insurance. Wow. Pippins looking to add some insurance to a 4-2 lead as we motor on to the bottom of the 8th inning. And it'll be the middle of the order. Who better to have up? Daniel Cipriano, Henry Gargas, and Owen Cobb to bat against Hunter Hennig, out for his 3rd inning out of the bullpen. Here's the first pitch to Cipriano, and he pops this one high into the air. Shallow left center. Pacoda charges on, calls off everyone, and it makes the grab in shallow left center field. For the first down, it'll bring up Henry Gargas, who is 1 for 3. Gargas with an RBI single the opposite way in the first. Pippins had 6 hits in the first 2 innings of this game, in which they scored all 4 of their runs. Since then, they've had just 2 hits, period, only one of which even left the infield. Gargas has also bounced out to first base twice, and as such, the right side of the infield plays deep against him. Takes a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Owen Cobb on deck, who is in danger of seeing his 5-game hitting streak snapped. He is 0 for 3 today, but he'll have at least one more shot. 0-1. Gargas with a line shot right towards short. Spawn puts it away. Just a step to his left for the second out. And you can't hit it much harder than that. And now Cobb 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. Steps to the plate. Pippins have only struck out 5 times at the plate tonight. 2 of them Owen Cobb. But everybody has an 0 for 4 day now and then, so nothing to fret about. And the batting average still .417, despite being 0 for 3. Righty versus righty pitch. Fastball up high, 1-0. Pippins lead 4-2, bottom 8. Looks like right-hander Ty Pullman might come in to close this one out in the 9th. He's been throwing in the bullpen. 4 scoreless innings for Mark Wanarabich in line for his 2nd victory. 2-0. 1-0, excuse me. Grounded right back to the mound. Snagged by the right-hander Hennig. He underhand flips to the bag in time. And it's a 1-2-3, bottom of the 8th for Hunter Hennig. On to the 9th. Pippins trying to close out a 4-2 win here on the Nathan's famous Hot Dog Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions. Or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Downtown Sela. With savory entrees and specialty drinks, Tailgaters provides something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
Mark Wanarabich back out on the mound to try and close out a win for the Pippins in the 9th. And his first pitch to Emilio Nogales sent out to left, and a leaping catch by Riley Gill in deep left field. He reached out, made a little hop in his step to pull it away for the first out of the top of the 9th. And the 4 1/3 no-hit innings now for Mark Wanarabich out of the bullpen. He has just been fantastic. Pippins did have right-hander Ty Pullman throwing in the bullpen, and they still do. Now Nick Brown throwing in the bullpen, but looks like Wanarabich is going to get to close this out as the pitch to Nick Adams is fouled down the third base line, 0-1. Pippins lead 4-2 in the 9th in a game that's been real fast. We're about just over 2 hours in. Elsewhere in the West Coast League, Wenatchee 10, Port Angeles 7 in the 7th. Bellingham 10, Cowlitz 1 in the 9th. And Ridgefield 8, Portland 1 in the top of the 6th. And now Adams back to the plate. He is 1 for 3 today. Mark Wanarabich, 4 1/3 innings of no-hit baseball out of the bullpen. Picking up Joe McGreasy. Right-hander is ready. His 0-1 to Adams. Fouled back on a half swing. He did not want a piece of that, did Adams. But instead he gets it, and it is 0-2. Pippins will improve to 6-1 with a win. Which would be the second best start in team history. Only the 2016 team, which began 6-0 in West Coast League games, started better. 0-2. Line down the right field line. Foul. Stays 0-2. Right-hander Matt Amrine is warming in the bullpen for Victoria should this inning continue. Oh, 2 pitch. Got him swinging on a high fastball, strike 3. Only the second strikeout for Wanarabich. He just blew it right by him. 2 away, and the last chance for the HarbourCats. Nick Playa, the former Pippin, is 0 for 2 with a fly out, a strikeout, and a walk. Pippins lead 4-2, top of the 9th, looking for their 4th consecutive victory and looking to improve to 6-1 and extend their lead upon the WCL North Division. Righty versus righty for Playa. Long black hair flowing out of his batting helmet. Wanarabich fires, and there's a line drive into center field, a base hit. Well, the 4 2/3 innings of no-hit relief for Mark Wanarabich comes to a close as he surrenders the first hit for Victoria since the 4th inning. The first hit for either team since the 4th inning. But the pitch count's still in good shape at about 56, and he will get a chance to throw to Harrison Spahn. Again, the last chance for the HarbourCats. But the tying run at the plate, Harrison Spahn, who hit 5 homers for Cal Baptist this year. Bats from the right side. He has grounded out twice and struck out looking. Pippins lead 4-2 in the 9th. Here's the pitch. Fouled. High off to the right, 0-1. Series resumes tomorrow, 6:35 first pitch between the Pippins and the HarbourCats. Here's the pitch. That one's flied to center. Pittman charges in, has room, and puts it away, and the Pippins win. A final score of 4-2 here at County Stadium. They take it in just over 2 hours of play, and the Pippins improve to 6-1 on the season with another fantastic pitching performance. Just 2 runs surrendered. They gave up just 5 hits. Mark Wanarabich picked up the win. Just another fantastic performance for the Pippins, and they improved to 6-1. We'll take a break and be back with the Pippins postgame show presented by Treetop after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
Planet Fitness is the one and only judgment-free zone. That means for just $10 a month, you can work out at your own pace and just do you. However you want, whenever you want. Get free fitness training and tons of cardio and strength equipment, plus a totally friendly staff for just $10 a month with absolutely no judgment. We want you to be you for just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
Here on the Pippins Postgame Show, presented by Treetop. Since 1946, the Treetop name has been associated with premium apple juice, and the company has been a stickler for quality and flavor ever since. A proud supporter of Pippins baseball, Treetop products are served throughout the orchard. Pippins pull out the win over Victoria, a final score of 4-2 here tonight at Yakima County Stadium, and they improve on the season to 6-1, extending their lead over the West Coast League's North Division to a game and a half against the Port Angeles Lefties, who are in second place in the division. And I mean, what more at this point can you say about this ridiculously good pitching staff, which for the 7th game in a row surrendered less than 3 runs as they give up 2 runs against the Victoria HarbourCats, who managed just 5 hits, only one of them after the 4th inning. It was a phenomenal performance for the Pippins pitching staff. There's really not much more you can say about it. A fantastic effort on all fronts. And it started with Joe McGreasy, who was not his sharpest, admittedly. 4 innings, he gave up 2 runs on 4 hits, walked a pair, and struck out 6. But he still put things together, especially in those last 2 innings when he really started to have things going. But man, Mark Wanarabich, 5 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no earned, no walks, 2 strikeouts, 57 pitches, 42 of them for strikes. An unbelievable display of strike throwing from Mark Wanarabich, who is just absolutely fantastic tonight. And he picks up his 2nd win on the season, improves to 2-1, and he will probably be not able to pitch over the next couple of days while he rests, throwing almost as many pitches as McGreasy, but just another fantastic performance. And the Pippins bounced on Aaron Celestino early, getting 3 runs in the 1st inning off of a single by Daniel Cipriano, a single by Henry Gargas, and a 2-run single from Tanner Parker, who we'll talk to on Pippins postgame. That'll be up on YouTube later, and then a sac fly from Tyler Pittman in the 2nd inning. And Victoria did get 1 run in the 4th, but nothing after that. The Pippins bullpen, or just Mark Wanarabich, was absolutely lights out, and Yakima Valley improves to 6-1 as we take another look at the pitching lines for Victoria. Aaron Celestino, 5 innings. He allowed 8 hits, 4 earned, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Pippins didn't walk today. Hunter Hennig, 3 innings, no hits, no earned, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Offensively, Tyler Pittman was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Zach Liu, 1 for 3. Daniel Cipriano, 1 for 4. Henry Gargas, 1 for 4. Owen Cobb, 0 for 4. Tanner Parker, 2 for 3. Riley Gill, 0 for 3. Corey Siracusa, 1 for 3. Luke Schwartz, 1 for 3. And for Victoria, Nate Pacoda, 0 for 4. Joe Butler, 0 for 4. Griffin Paxton, 1 for 4. Frankie Neiman, 1 for 3. Emilio Nogales, 1 for 3. Nick Adams, 1 for 4. Nick Playa, 1 for 3. Harrison Spawn, 0 for 4. And Tanner Haney was 0 for 3. The game took 2 hours and 8 minutes and was played in front of 695 fans at County Stadium. The winning pitcher, Mark Wanarabich, he improves to 2-1. The losing pitcher, Aaron Celestino, he falls to 1-1. Back at it tomorrow for Game 2 of the series between the Pippins and the HarbourCats, with Yakima Valley going for their 5th consecutive win, going for the 2nd consecutive series sweep. It'll be Dylan Larson, the Ellensburg native, a tall lefty out of Virginia Tech, that gets the ball for the HarbourCats after a brilliant start his first time out. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, no runs against Corvallis. Mark Finklenberg makes his 2nd appearance for the Pippins. As for scores around the West Coast League, Port Angeles trailing Wenatchee 11-7 in the bottom of the 8th as the Apple Sox look to even that series up. Ridgefield 8, Portland 1, top of the 7th in Portland, and Bellingham defeats Cowlitz 10-1. Bellingham improves on the season to 5-3. They're the Pippins' opponent this weekend on the road. Should be a good series. Around the major leagues in the bottom of the 9th inning, the Pirates and the Braves are knotted up at 7. Mariners 9, Twins 6 in the top of the 10th from Minneapolis. The Mariners 5 runs in the 8th, 3 in the 10th to take the lead against the American League's best record, or second best record in the Twins. The American League's best record, the Houston Astros, in the 13th inning with the Milwaukee Brewers. The score 3-3 in Houston as the Astros go for a series sweep. Padres trail the Giants 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th from San Francisco. A's 6, Rays 2. Reds beat the Indians 7-2. Cubs beat the Rockies 10-1. Red Sox topple the Rangers 4-1 with a walk-off walk by Mookie Betts. 4-3. D-backs 2, Phillies nothing at Citizens Bank Park. Blue Jays 8, the Orioles 6 in Baltimore. Marlins 9, Cardinals nothing. Jordan Yamamoto in his Major League debut picks up the win for Miami against the Cardinals. And the Tigers beat the Royals 3-2 in the Battle of AL Central. Bottom feeders. That'll pretty much do it here from Yakima County Stadium as the Pippins pick up a 4-2 win over the Victoria HarbourCats. to improve to 6-1 on the season. Victoria drops to 3-4. Lefties on the mound tomorrow. The Pippins send Mark Finklenberg to the mound for his second start. Victoria with Dylan Larson making his second appearance. First pitch at 6:35. Pregame coverage begins at 6:20 here on PippinsBaseball.com/live. Appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight, whether it was over the air or on our video stream. Big thanks to Zach and Austin for helping us out with the video stuff. Even had some technical difficulties, but they were able to sort those out, so we should be 100% smooth and ready to roll tomorrow. We'll talk to you then at 6:20. Signing off, Miles Klotz. Pippins win 4-2 here in Yakima. Everybody have a good rest of your Wednesday night.